Well, I see you're back again. We're covering page 34 in Ted Greene's Chord Chemistry. We are looking at minor 11/13s and minor 13s and other weird chords. Just a quick note, if you haven't yet purchased the book, if you would like to, you can, and you follow along in your own home or wherever you practice. Here's a link in the card above or a link in the description. You can go ahead and grab that now. But we're just going to dive right in. This is part from section 8 of the book. And chord reference charts. Okay, so let's just hit it. But before we do, I wanted to read something to you. He actually he leaves us a note here. So note, E minor major 7 11 chords with no root is the same as B7 augmented. Only minor major 7 11s with roots will be listed here. And you can find the 7 augmented chords in the dominant section. So keep that in mind. Here we are on position number 10. We're on the D string. We're starting with flatted 3. The first note right out of the gate is a flatted third. And then a flat 7, a 9, and then a 13 on the top with a root note in the bass. E minor 7, E minor 7, 6, 11. So we're on position number 3. We have to watch out here. We'll be careful about reading these chords down perfectly. So we're on position number 3. We have fret 5. We're looking at, we have a E minor. So we're going to look at the flat 3 in the bass, the 6, the 7, the flat 7, and then the 11 on the top. Here's an E in the bass. Just in case you wanted to hear that. Sure. Yeah, I know. I wanted to hear it too. E minor 7, 6, 11. Position number 7. Let's take a look at this beautiful 𝗏 of a chord. So we've got the root, flat, the 4. Actually, it's not flat anything. It's the root, the 4, the flat 7, the 4 again. No. The flat 3, and then the 6 on the top. Really great sound. Yeah, oh yeah. E minor 13 is on position number 2. This is going to get pretty gnarly. I'm glad we're doing the finger stretches together in the morning ritual every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on my channel. Free live stream. Jump on board. Join us. We've got the 9 on the top, the flat 7, the old 5. Well, what is that? Oh boy, that's going to be the flat 3 and then the 6. There it is. E minor 13, E minor 7 with a 6 added into it. So we're on position number 7, root 6. We have the root, the 6, the flat 7, and then the minor third. All kinds of stuff to do with these beautiful chords. Okay, let's move on to E minor 13, shall we? Position number 2, we have the 9 on the top, the 13 or the 6 really, the 5, and then we have the flat 3 and then the flat 7 here. We could use the flat 3 in the bass too if we wanted to, but we're not going to today. All right, so we have this beautiful chord at our disposal anytime we want. Thank you, Mr. Ted Greene, for labeling these out for us. E minor 6, 9, major 7. Very cool. 10, position 10. So we're using flat 3 in the bass. We have the 6, the 9, the 5, and then the major 7. Kind of a melodic minor thing, do you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. Open low E string in the bass. E minor 13, augmented 11. So let's take a shape very similar to what we just did, move it down to position number 5, and then we have the flat 7, the flat 3, we have the 6 or the 13, the 9, and the sharp 11 on the top. Very cool sound. A very cool chord. I'm glad you're here to witness all of this and play along with me. E minor 13, sharp 11 on position number 9. Let's do this. Oh, we've got this really big ask, and you know how I like the big asks. So we're using flat 3. We're using the first finger fretting 2 different frets here. So we use flat 3 in the bass. We have the flat 7. We have the old 9. We have the sharp 11, and then the 6 on the top, or the 13. So that's that chord. Very, very scary. And we're moving right along. We're just going to keep the show on the road today. We're on position number 5. So let's go ahead, E minor 13 again. So let's take a look at this flat 7, flat 3, 13, and then we have the 9 on the top. You could place the 5 in the bottom if you wanted to, or on the top. It's pretty much, you know, that A. No, it's E minor 13. We're just going to stay right there with it, okay? We're not going to talk about pluralism or anything like that today. We're just working on the chord of the moment. All right, E minor 11 with 13. So this is a little bigger 6-string chord. So we're on position number 5. We have the E minor 11, starting right away with the 5 in the bass, the flat 7, the flat 3, the 6 or the 13, the 9, and then the 11 on the top. Very nice chord. Oh yeah, I think this is among my favorites. Yeah, E minor 11, 13, another version, another variation on position number 9. Let's jump on up and grab this. So on position number 10, we have the flatted 3. This is E again. Flatted 3, we're skipping over the D string for the moment and using the flat. Oh, wait a minute. 9, 10, 11, right? So we have the flat 3, the 9, then the 5, and then the 6 on the top, or the 13 on the top. Just some really great options here. Oh, let's try E minor 7 with an added 6. Position number 7, so we have the root note, the 5, the flat 7, the flat 3, and then the 6 on the top. E minor 13 on position number 5. So let's take a look at that. Let's play this one down. So that's an E root note. It's a flat 7, flat 3. We know that we're skipping over the G string for the moment. We could add it, but we'll just skip it for the moment. So we have flat 7, flat 3. We have the 9, and then this 13 on the top. So we have a 4th with a 5th on the top. Really nice, lovely voicing. I really need a pick and then a bunch of distortion. E minor 6, 9, 11. So let's take a quick look at this one. Position number 5. So we have the 5th in the bass. Then we jump up to the flat 3, the 6, the 9, 11 on the top. Very cool sound. And E minor 6, 9, sharp 11 is position number 6. So let's take a quick look at this one. Really nice. Grateful for this fingering here. So we have a flat 3 in the bass, a 5, a 6, a 9, and the sharp 11 on the top. You can hear that. You know, that's a great way to end a modern composition. Just let it fade off into infinity. E minor 13, 11. So we're on position number 5. So we're using the fifth and the bass again, flat 7, flat 3, 6, 9, and root, and then 11 on the top. Big 6-string chord. Kind of looks like I messed up on playing a bar chord, you know, like a, you know, the 7th chord, you know. We play it, we perform it a little differently on the guitar instead of just doing the old. This requires a little more sensitivity here. Anyway, we're on to A minor 6, 9, and this looks like a sharp 11, right? So we're in position number 7. So we have the flat 3 in the bass, the 5. Then we are jumping up to the flat 3, duplicating the flat 3 again. Then we have the sharp 11, and then we have the 6, the 9. Don't forget, we have to hear that root note. Little Red Riding Hood. Going to a scary place with that song. All right, so we have this really nice A minor 6, 9, sharp 11. Moving right along, E minor 13. This is on position number 10. So root, well, it's no longer the root. It's the flat 3, isn't it? The flat 7, the 9, and then the 13 on the top. You can have so much fun with all of these. Each one is a universe unto itself. So E minor 7, 6, 11, position number 9, flat 3. We have the flat 7, we have the root, the 11, and then the 6 on the top. E minor 13 now, we're going right for it, position number 8. We have the, let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so we're on 12, and then the E minor 13, so we're going to call this the let's see, the flat 7, the 9, and then the flat 3 and 6 on the top. A minor 6, major 7, here we go, we're getting crazy a little bit here. Just a little bit crazy. So A minor, root note, imagine that. Root, 6, flat 3, 5, major 7. E minor, major 7, 9, 11. Another weirdo here, so let's do a fret 5. Thank goodness for weirdos, right? So we have the root note, we have the major 7, we have the 9, and the 11 on the top. We could just absorb this for a while. Just kind of work on this, build the chord scale out, and just rip on it. E minor 9 and position. Okay, so 10. We have the flat 3. We have the 6 or the 13, the flat 7, and the 9. I think really one of the things I really enjoy about this chord is that half step in the middle between the 6 and the flat 7. I'm sorry, the 13 and the flat 7. A minor 13 on position number 5, we have the root, flat 7, flat 3, we have the 13 and the 9. Another root position chord here. All right. Yeah, we're moving right along. E minor major 7, 11 on the top. So we have the 5th position. That means we have the 7 or the root note in the bass, skipping over the D string for now, running up to the major 7, the minor 3rd, and the 11 on the top. Yeah, getting all freak on. Yeah, it's just really one of those things that you don't have show up on the radio a whole lot. Do you know what I mean? E minor 13, position number 8 is flat 3, 13, and then we are going to use, what are we using here? We have the 6, and then we have the 9. All right, so let's build this from the top down. We have the flat 7, flat 3, we have the 9 and the 13. Really beautiful chord. Now we're flipping over to page 35. Jump over there with me, and we're almost done with this session. And next session is dominant chords, so we will begin with a deep dive into the dominant nature of the world, right, through harmonic spellings. E minor 13, we have fret number 2. We're on position number, position number 2, but we're on fret 3 with a flatted 3 in the bass, the flat or 7, and then the root note shows up in this chord. I am going to have to use an alternate fingering pattern though, because I know right here that I can see somehow something is going on. Maybe it's to finger 2 for root and then 5, and then 6 and then 9 on the top. Yeah, I guess we can make that work. Really nice and vibrant voicing. Lots of jangly space in there. Now, don't forget to place the root note in your mind. He isn't there for us. Yeah, it's actually in the voicing. E minor 13, position 2 again. No way. Right, how lucky. So flat 3, flat 7, 9, and then we have the 11 and 13 on the top. A nice bass player would go well, would pair well with this voicing. A minor 7, flat 9. So let's take a look at what's going on here. So this is from a chord scale that we don't play enough, right? We'll leave this for another time, but think about, melodic minor, that kind of stuff. Some nice minor scales. So flat, so we have the root, flat 7, flat 3, 5, flat 9. Hard one to get. Actually, the fingering's pretty good, So E minor major 7, 9, 11 on position number 5. So let's take a quick look. We've got a flat 3, we've got a major 7, we've got a 9, and we've got an 11 on the top. All right, moving on, E minor major 7, 9, 11 again on position number 10. So we have the root, flat 3, major 7, 9, and an 11 on the top there. Yeah, another very nice, very rich, lush, dense voicing. E minor major 7, 11, starting on position number 8. So we have, let's see, we have the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're looking for the root, E minor, major 7, 11. So root 11, then we have the 5, major 7, and then the flat 3 on the top. Oh yeah, very, very cool shape, very cool sound. E minor 7, 9, 11 on position number 3. We're starting with flat 3. Flat 3, we have the 9, we have the 5, we have the major 7, we have the 11. Kind of a B7 chord with a flat 6 in the bass. Some really awesome harmonies happening here. E minor major 9, 11 on position number 7. So let's take a look at flat 7. We have flat 3, we're flats 3, 11. Then we have the major 7 and the 9. That's a really great sound. Just like coming down the minor pentatonic scale. E minor major 9/11 on position number 2. Let's take a look. Flat 3, we have the flat 3, we have the 4 or the 11, we have the major 7 and the 9 on the top. Same voicing, just in a kind of a different area on the guitar, different area. E minor major 7, 9, 11, so again on position number 2, but we're reaching out to include fret 5, and that is the 11 in the bass, that's the flat 3, then we're looking at the 5, then we're looking at the major 7, and then we have the 9 on the top. Very nice chord sounds. A minor major 7/11. So let's take a look what happens when we play this on position number 7. So we have a flat 3, a root, we have the 5, the major 7, and then the 11 on the top. Yeah, oh yeah, just a really cool root note right here. Position 7, right? So we have that's a really fun chord shape to play. Just smearing the fingers everywhere. E minor major 7, 9, 11. Position 5, we have 11, flat 3, then we have major 7, and then we have 9, 11, nope, 5 on the top. We had the 11 in the bass. A minor major 7/11, that's going on position number 3. I see thumb is 2 frets up from a fretted tone. That's always a challenge for me. You know, I've just got to get the finger stretcher out and sleep with it on at night. So we have the root note, then major 7, which isn't, the 5, major 7, flat 3, 11. Root 5, major 7, flat 3, 11 on the top. Great sound. A minor major 7/11. This is going to be on position number 5. We start with major 7, flat 3, 5, and then we run up to 11 on the top. All right. E minor, what is it? E minor 13, sharp 11. Here we go. Whoa, look out. Position number 9, so let's take a quick look. If we wanted to reach back for it, we could. We have a flat 3, a 6, 9, and a sharp 11. Flat 7 or 6, 13 on the top. All right, E minor major 7 with a 6. So actually what we're going to do is play only the fretted tones here, no circle tones. But you can go ahead and explore that on your own time. I would totally encourage you to do that. Absolutely. Position number 9, we have the 6, we have the flat 3, we have the 5, we have the root, and then we have the major 7 on the top. Yes. Love it. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more voicings left. A minor 7, add 6. So we're starting on position number 5. Let's build it backwards. So we have 1 flat 7, and then we have the 1 flat 7, and then what are we doing over here? We're using the flat 3, and then the 6 on the top, in the middle there. A minor 13, 11, so that's going to be on position number 5. All right, again, position number 5, we have the root, 13, 11, and then the 9. A minor 13, 9. So we have the root, 13, 11, 9, and then we could use the flat 3 here and then focus on the root note. E minor 7, 6, 11, position number 7. So we're going to add that right away. I see the 9, the flat 7, and then we are going up 4 frets to the A minor. So this is E minor 7, 6, 11, 6, and then we have the 11 in the bass. A minor 13. We're almost there, 2 more, this one and the next one, and we get to say, we'll see you next time. All right, A minor 6, 11, so we have the root position, the 5, the flat 3, the 6. Oh, what are we doing here? Yeah, okay. Root 5, flat 3, 6, 11 on the top, so we're going to have to split the job of the right hand. We're skipping right over the G string or the D string here, okay, for this one. All right, A minor major 7, 11, root note, major 7, 11, 5, and then flat 3 on the top. Thank goodness. And look at this shape on the top here. Really interesting parallel movement, parallel major to minor to major movement. But for now, we'll leave it as A minor major 11, 1 major 7, 11, 5, and flat 3 on the top. Okay, so if you finally convinced yourself you want the book, you can grab the book here at the link in the card above or the link in the description. And I really appreciate you being here. Thank you very much for attending, and good to see you again. I will see you in the next section where we start with dominant chords. Still section 8 though, page 35 in the book if you wanted to get ahead. I guess that's about it for today. Until next time, happy picking.